The 2023 BMW M3 competition is an $83,000 beast of a car, with the 3-liter twin-turbo inline-six making 503 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Neat! The 2025 Ram 1500 Tungsten costs more money, makes more power from the same motor configuration, and has a diamond knurled cabin. If you thought we'd reached peak luxury pickup truck form, you'd be wrong. That's because for 2025, Ram has revived an old nameplate and slapped it on the latest contestant in the game of who has the most outrageous pickup truck. Other contenders include the Sierra Denali Ultimate, the Tundra Capstone, and the F-150 Platinum Plus. Sure, Chevy has their high country Silverado, but until it gets a precious metally name like Vibranium or Diamond Elite, it doesn't get to play. Some might say these trucks are ludicrous, what with their near six-figure price tag and seats that heat, cool, and massage your bottom. But those people haven't been paying attention. Highfalutin sleds like the Mercedes S-Class are hanging on by a thread, at least here in America, where everyone wants S-Class levels of luxury in gigantic SUV and pickup truck wrappers. Now, Ram has owned the pickup truck comfort conversation for years, thanks to a coil-sprung rear suspension on its half-ton trucks. But the top-spec limited model hasn't quite hit the fanciness mark set by Denali's and Platinums. Plus, it only costs $67,000. What about when I want to spend $90,000? Fear not, lovers of luxury. Ram has you covered for 2025. But before we get there, would you kindly click the subscribe button below? Everyone here at The Empty Garage thanks you. Although the 2025 Ram 1500 is not an all-new generation, it is the recipient of a major overhaul that includes the ritzy new Tungsten range topper. It's also setting the stage for a reinvigorated Ram lineup that will soon include a plug-in hybrid variant with the classically cool name Ram Charger and a bona fide battery-powered electric known as the Ram Rev. Unfortunately for you traditionalists, the 2025 Ram 1500 does not have a Hemi. That's right, folks. The old pushrod 5.7-liter V8 has gone bye-bye for 2025. After a whopping 20 years of production, I might need to feel sad about this goodbye. But that pretend frown has been turned upside down, thanks to something Ram calls the Hurricane. This is the name of the new corporate inline-six engine, and it's as awesome as its cool and tough name sounds. Good thing considering the Hemi and Hellcat V8s have been removed from the options list. Aside from starting with an H, the new Hurricanes are a stark departure from those old V8s, and in all the best ways. Today we're talking about the Tungsten, and as the top dog Ram 1500, it comes only with the high output Hurricane. There's also a plenty impressive standard output variant, but that's a topic for another day. Ram calls this engine the straight 6 turbo, but it is in fact a twin turbo 6-cylinder. Some may bemoan the smaller cylinder count on these new mills, but no one will be whining when they put their foot into 540 horsepower and 521 pound-feet of torque. This is a lot of juice, as in more power than an F-150 Raptor. To get there, Ram applies a bit of aerospace technology with a heaping pile of cutting-edge automotive engineering. And it all starts with a deep skirt cast aluminum block featuring a structural aluminum alloy oil pan. Cross-bolted steel main bearing caps keep the forged steel crankshaft and connecting rods spinning around safely. The block is deck plate honed to optimize cylinder bore shape, and oh my, those cylinder bores are kind of a big deal. Adapting a process from the aerospace industry, these cylinder bores feature a plasma transfer wire arc coating. That's fancy talk for spraying vaporized steel alloy that gets cooked at over 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit onto the cylinder walls. The particles splat cool, which is a term I have not invented, to form a physical bond with the cylinder bore. Not only is science awesome, in this case it means there is an ultra-thin, low-friction wear surface. It's a far cry from a conventional pressed-in cast iron process and is ideal for making lots of power. It's also helpful for when you've got oil-cooled forged aluminum pistons with anodized top ringlands and diamond-like coated pins zinging up and down. Up high, a pair of low-inertia high-flow turbos generate the volume of air required to make this engine sing. Each turbo feeds 3 cylinders, dual fuel pumps feed a direct injection system blasting gas at over 5,000 psi, and the whole thing exhales through a true 3-inch dual exhaust system that runs all the way out the back. Yeah, this high-output straight 6 turbo is a doozy. Now, let us soak up the visual glory and staggering luxury that makes the new Ram 1500 Tungsten so spectacular. Outside, the first thing you may notice is the lack of a steel front bumper. Is this a pickup truck? Yes. Does it have the kind of molded front fascia you might see on an Escalade? Also yes. And this is on purpose. Ram wants you to know their new Tungsten is of the ultra-luxury variety, aiming more for a dog and pony show vibe than a construction worksite. The shimmering 22s drive that point home. An LED lighting animation greets you upon approach, and power-deploying running boards make mounting your chromed chariot a breeze. Once inside, take in the sea salt and indigo cabin theme. And I thought Ford's smoked truffle F-150 interior sounded fancy. The front thrones adjust 24 ways to Sunday, with 4 of those ways reserved just for the headrest. They're also heated, cooled, and ready to massage your backside. The leather is quilted and patterned up the wazoo, with miles of contrast stitching that all comes together, well, perfectly. A bejeweled crystal effect shifter knob dials up the lux, as does what Ram calls, quote, brushed platinum patina aluminum litho bezels and semi-bright dual-textured metal accents with diamond knurling. I do not know what that nonsense means, but I do know it looks amazing. The headliner, A and B pillars, and sun visors are swaddled in suede. A tungsten center console badge features inlaid metal lettering and the truck's VIN. And don't miss the carbon fiber bits and real wood inlays. Not to mention the dual-pane panoramic sunroof, climatized outboard rear seats, LED light piping, and heated leather-wrapped steering wheel. Did we forget something? Oh yes, the technology. Now, I don't know about you, but while the increasingly gigantic infotainment screens are okay, I think it's the battle for audio system supremacy amongst luxury truck makers that is really exciting. I'm no audio engineer, but it seems to me that the more speakers you have, the more awesome your stereo system is. And even if that's not the case, ain't no arguing that 23 speakers is more than 14. And of course, I'm talking about the big bad Tungsten having 23 components, including a 12-inch sub, dual 1-inch tweeters with titanium domes, and speakers in the front seat backrests. It's all part of a system from Klipsch out of Indianapolis. Okay, I may not be saying that right, but nobody will care after laying eyes on the gorgeous stainless steel speaker grills. Well, F-150 owners might care, considering Ford dropped the speaker count on its B&O Unleashed system from 18 to 14 this year. Word is it even comes with a special sad trombone mode. Of course, the infotainment is indeed impressive on the Ram 1500 Tungsten. Right in front of the driver is a 12-inch digital gauge cluster with a 10-inch colorized head-up display projecting just above it. Filling up the center stack is a truly massive 14-plus-inch touchscreen. And off to the right is a 10-inch display mounted on the passenger side dash. Now your passengers can stare at their phones and watch a movie at the same time. Ram has been offering its cushy air-sprung suspension for years, and it of course comes standard on the Tungsten. Something new is the literally named hands-free driving assist technology. Apparently using the word cruise in your self-driving software has gone out of style. But wait, what about the trucky parts of this pickup truck? Does it tow things? Sure, it can handle a usable 10,470 pounds off the back hitch. Heck, the Tungsten even comes with a trailer auto hitch assist that lets the Ram line itself up with your trailer while you manage the gas and brakes. These most opulent of Rams also come with a special high-torque rear axle to handle that monster Hurricane under the hood. It comes standard with 4-wheel drive, of course, but the real reason you'll be wanting the Tungsten is for the SST-HO badge on the hood. Short for straight 6 turbo high output, it's a legit badge of honor. Now, how much does all this opulence cost, you may be wondering? Well, the 2025 Ram 1500 Tungsten starts at a shade over $89,000. Tack on a fancy paint job, chrome trailer tow mirrors, and an off-road package to see that number cruise past $95,000. Hello! That makes the $84,000 F-150 Platinum Plus seem like a downright bargain, but we say, take our money.